One of my favorite things about having a Farm Fresh Tea subscription box is being inspired by what they send over. You can modify it, but I like getting what they send, and Lacinto kale is my latest obsession. I love kale for smoothies and salads, but I'd never had or used Lacinto kale, so this is it. And just as with any kale, you want to start by obviously washing it, and then you want to remove the ribs because they're really woody and inedible and not pleasant. So we're going to have to do a little bit of work with this, but I just removed a majority of the ribs, and then we're going to cut it up. So I like to cut it up pretty small so that I'm not like chomping on these huge pieces. I love kale for a lot of different reasons. I mean, you can add dressing to it to make it taste any way you like, but it's really rich. Dark leafy greens are great. And one of the best parts about it is it really satisfies me, as opposed to something like romaine, which I do love, or iceberg. They have a lot more water in them, and that's great too. You know, you want to be hydrated, and I love variety. But this kale, and kale in general, is so filling and satisfying. So I really have been eating it a lot lately. But just make sure you get rid of those ribs. So sometimes I miss some, and I just go back and take it out. You've probably already seen it, but this is my raw ranch. It's looking a little watery. I didn't have a very thick coconut milk that I used, but I'll link that video. It's super, super easy. You blend coconut milk. If you want a couple cashews, not too many, if you want to thicken it up and you don't have enough cream in your coconut milk, pickle juice, fresh dill, sea salt. It's really simple. And then you just massage your kale. And this is what's going to make it a lot more appetizing. It's also going to shrink it up a lot. So I always put extra kale because I know it's going to get smaller once I've finished massaging it. So I'm now using some cherry tomatoes because I just really like that with the ranch. And you know, again, I always say this and I always mean it. Put whatever you want, whatever you think is going to go well with this. You know, red onion if you want a little spice, a little crunch, carrot if you like, just whatever you have that you think will go well with this. But I think tomato is a good choice. I also like cucumber, so I put that in there as well. If I was out of cucumber, I might even just put a pickle in there. Sometimes I do that. So yeah, and then I'm also going to put some mushrooms because I had them. They needed to get eaten. I love them. They're satisfying in this kind of salad. So I added those as well. They're white mushrooms, but you know, baby bellas, portobellos, whatever you have. And that's about it for my toppings. But I did notice, you know, after looking at it, I wanted to put more dressing, more ranch. So that's what I did. And, you know, it might need a little more salt. I did have some mock meat from Sun Cafe, but you can make your own with nuts and seeds and seasonings. That obviously is completely optional, but it definitely makes it more filling when you have those nuts and seeds in your salad. And one thing that I really, really love is to eat al fresco. I love eating outside. It just puts me in a good mood when it's a nice day. So I highly recommend doing that. And I really enjoyed the salad, and I hope you do as well if you decide to make it. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.